Hey there, friends. Welcome back to some more Broken Sword to the Smoking Mirror. When we last left off, we had finally freed Nico, and she was tied up. And we decided to look at some statue first. It was this statue.
It was
It
the
was like,
flint statue I'd found in the warehouse at Marseille.
yeah, because we were at the warehouse. We also found some little dude called Titi Poco, which I still think is a ridiculous name. But we don't know what happened to him. We're now in Cordamonte. We're trying to figure out more of the mystery that Nico sent us on. Because that's what she does. Anyway, let's get on with the rest of the game. In Cordamonte. We can talk to a lot of people.
It was an armed guard looking after the barrier.
Let's talk to the guard. Say what's up, bro.
Welcome to Guaramonte.
Thanks. Can we get a cab to the capital?
This is the capital, Guaramonte City.
Uh-huh. Game. Game. Hello. Well. That's a pisser. Oh, there's a thing right here at the bottom. I did not see the old hockey option. I am so dumb.
When's the next ship out of here?
But senor,
I
don't
thought the
you
game
like our
froze.
beautiful country?
Kind of.
Frankly, it sucks.
You better be quick and get aboard that ship. Otherwise, you're going to be here for a week.
We've had enough. We're going back to the ship.
Okay. You show me your brown card,
Huh? What brown card is that?
the official exit visa.
Well, we need an exit visa apparently, and I thought everything was all messed up. I'm dumb. Leave me alone.
Inside the hut was a chair and a small table.
Well, like,
Inside the hut was a chair and a small table.
fine. God, there's so many people.
The guy wasn't showing much enthusiasm selling his wares.
Somebody's having fun playing that Muzak.
Hi.
You want to buy something?
No, not really.
Dude,
got cabbages.
dude,
buy
dude.
cabbage, senor.
I don't think so.
Dude.
I didn't come all this way to buy vegetables.
dude. 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 You. Oh my God. You need to go see somebody about that. I mean, how are you not dead? That's a legitimate question. You should be dead. God, that looks painful.
Listen, have you heard of Condor Trans Global?
No. Buy a cabbage. I'll give you a discount on both purchases.
I'm not into cabbages.
I'm into lettuce.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Aye, Tezcatlipoca. Put it away, senor. Tezcatlipoca brings nothing but evil.
The poor guy was so freaked, he didn't even mention his cabbages. See ya.
So that guy has a broken neck. This
The
lady
old woman
hopefully
was
doesn't.
preparing a food that consisted of ground maize and lots of spittle.
That is gross. Can you quit spitting in there?
Hi. Lovely bread.
¿Qué?
Bread, pan?
Sí, pan.
Maybe I'll come back later when I'm hungry.
Or not at all?
The man was puffing away at a crudely rolled cigar.
I love it when someone's smoking a crudely rolled cigar.
Hi there. What have you got for sale?
¿Qué?
I said, what have you got
Oh, never mind.
Everybody's K-ing me. Stop K-ing me.
The woman had an impressive display of gourds.
Well, let's go talk to her about her gourds. Maybe she can give us one. Or exchange one for something of exchangeable value. Like a carrot. Ew, she's spitting. Why is everybody spitting?
Those things are gourds, aren't they?
See.
Hey, mind the footwear, lady.
Ew.
The guy was selling fish.
Okay, maybe you can do something better. Or by better, I mean
Do
like
you have
at least have a
crabs?
conversation.
No, only fish.
Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor. It is very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, Night Hunter.
I know, but I don't believe in luck, good or bad.
You may not now, but you will.
The guy
Oh.
looked scared out of his wits.
My God.
Go away.
Do you see what I see?
Go away.
I wanted to ask you about your fish, dude.
A couple of musicians stood watching life go on around them. They looked pretty depressed.
I want to go talk to them. They cannot be depressed as soon as George Stobart asks them a question.
Hey, cheer up, guys. What's with the long faces?
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
Well, what'd he do?
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
What?
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Guaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez was earning 8 pesos an hour.
Before he lost his legs in the accident.
Well, yeah, but I mean, still, 8 pesos.
Tell me about the accident at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teotihuacan. 30 miners were buried alive.
They got some of them out, though.
2 of them, including your cousin, and they left half of him behind.
That's hardcore disturbing.
Would either of you guys care for a biscuit?
A dog biscuit, senor?
Are you trying to insult us?
No, really. They're good.
We'll take your word for it.
Look at this face. I eat them all the time. You should go for delicious.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, senor.
Me neither.
Okay, I'm gonna show them that
Do you
last.
guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
He's crazy.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
Take a look at the design on this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that
When did you see this ship?
3 months ago. It was here, at the docks.
3 months ago.
What do you make of this little worm?
No good. It's dead.
Sure it's dead. You think I'd carry it around in my pocket if it wasn't?
George, you're the one who showed them. Don't be an ass. God, you leave it to George to become like the biggest dick in all of video game history.
Have you seen anything like...
I, the hungry chief.
Why are you carrying the thing around with you, senor? Don't you know who it is?
Sure, it's Tezcatlipoca. But it's only a little carving.
It brings death, senor. Death and destruction.
Death and destruction.
What was the ship with the condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We weren't allowed near the docks.
That's right. Usually we meet the ships when they tie up.
We play to the tourists.
Well, when the Condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Go away. So I think we know who this is.
George Stobart, well, of all the...
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Dwayne as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Dwayne on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an Army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less obviously deranged.
So yes, we met them in the first game. They looked a little bit different, but we did. So, yeah, they're back. Yay.
Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Why aren't you speaking to Dwayne?
Because he's an old spoil sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he has to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own.
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
But there'll be tons of people to take your picture.
Is Dwayne still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
My head hurts. How does he now actually work for them? That doesn't make sense, lady, and your glasses are ridiculous.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywheres? The market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the great design, George.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one.
Because you wouldn't have an answer, George. Never.
Take a look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
Well, it's about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, my.
She didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested.
You can tell the look on her face that she's going, yes, that is amusing. I care a lot.
Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hot plate.
That's disturbing.
What does this mean to you, Pearl?
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had two of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
Sometimes I get the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into... Maybe, if you
Oops,
waited
I didn't
long
mean to
enough,
click that, I'm
you'd get an
sorry.
intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot.
But yet talking to you, George, is like talking to someone who's giving out way too much information. It's like, no, this is a poison dart. I keep it in my pocket because you never know when I'm going to need it. So, meh.
What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Whoo-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
Catch you later, Pearl.
So they're not talking. We need to go into the police station
Hey, Nico.
anyway. Apparently Nico's going to come with us. You know. Gonna see what's up. See if we can get the
I
guy
have
out of
done
jail.
just as I have been instructed, Professor.
Oh dear, ugly.
With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavations.
Ah, I have visitors.
When
Just
did Willem
remember what I
Dafoe
told
get
you,
in
Gemma.
this movie?
There's
In this
really
movie,
no
this
need to make a
game.
martyr out of that man.
Movie, game, whatever.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, senor. Welcome to Quaramonte.
Thanks. My name's George Stobart from California.
But what is this? An angel come down to earth.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Look,
Are you gonna
we'd
kill
like
her?
to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
So do we have information from the tourist variety? Oh my god, it's a lot of things to talk about. Okay. Whoa. It's gonna be a lot of talky today.
This is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can see that, General.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
No? No, I never heard of him.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
But still, that's 30 people. Little creepy faced green hat man. Oh, don't smile at me.
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Quaramonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Ooh, someone's being snarky.
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, senor. Quaramonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site.
Ronaldo will only be too pleased to conduct a guided tour, when he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Ubier, a visitor, senor, like yourselves.
Did you say Ubier?
Si, senor. Professor Ubier, a French archaeologist.
What's Ubier doing in Quaramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, senor. The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins. He came to see me to get an excavation permit.
We've had enough of Quaramonte and we want out.
Am I stopping you?
The guy at the docks tells me I need an exit visa.
Ask Ronaldo. He'll make the arrangements. That's what he's here for.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog cookie, Senor Stobart.
No, yours is definitely a doggy biscuit. All doggy biscuit all the time.
Do you know anything about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, senor.
Take a look at this label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
But you knew their name. Okay.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Oh, boy, fabuloso.
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you. I never heard of the guy. Do I get the panties now? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing.
Oh my god. That, yeah.
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quaramonte City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
The musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was birthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor, whoever he is.
Do you keep a record of companies registered in Quaramonte?
Of course, senorita.
I'll be
Damn
back.
it. I didn't mean to hit that. Crap. Give me a minute anyway, guys. I'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's ask the question again. I'm sorry for hitting the
Have you
button.
ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
I'll be back.
Well, he looks good. Get his little creepy face away. There's a safe.
A safe was tucked under the desk.
I'm gonna have to get the safe.
A couple of special offer letters were strewn across the desk. The television was showing what appeared to be a low-budget soap. A tall man with long blonde hair was shouting at a woman who was naked apart from a towel.
Allah, yelling at the person and the lady. Oh,
It
can
was
I
a
play
computer
Pong?
monitor with some kind of outdated game displayed on it.
Oh, so Pong. All right, Ronaldo. We're gonna talk to you, buddy.
A filing cabinet stood in the corner. Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Hello, senor. How can I help you?
You're like Droopy Dog. Have a good day, sir.
Are there any ancient pyramids near Quaramonte?
Si, senor. But it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect. Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The General would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
But we need to get more paperwork. We need to help you with your paperwork.
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the General catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
So you do want the dog biscuit, though?
Do you recognize this statue?
Tezcatlipoca. The night wind. Take it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
Is it really?
I'm trying to get out of Quaramonte.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that, I'd be able to buy back half my family.
Never mind them. What about my visa?
We don't take visa.
I didn't ask if you take a visa. I want you to give me a visa.
I can't help you, senor. I don't understand these things.
So long.
So the guy that can get us out can't understand how to get us out.
I wasn't going to try investigating the passage while the general was sat there.
Okay. So we're gonna have to. Okay. No. Hello. Hello. We need to talk to Nico. Come here. Nico. Friend, buddy, come here. Can I click on you now? There we go. Wait, where'd I go? No, I meant. No. Go back in there.
Why did you show him the stone?
I thought maybe he might know something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
You came on a little strong with the general.
I was merely flattering his ego, Georges. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe, but that guy's weakness isn't in his foot. Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After you'd gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Lonely? You must have been desperate. Couldn't you just visit the zoo or something? That man we saw talking to the general was Oubier. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be Oubier, but he sounded nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah, it's too much of a coincidence that he's here in Quaramonte.
She doesn't want the dog biscuit.
Take a look at this.
Take a look at this.
Mon Dieu! Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Oubier's house.
She's like, oh, you're not rich. Oh, well. Okay.
Guess what this is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be. How did she know that?
My grandfather used to work in a foundry.
Ha-ha. My throat. Ha-ha. She got you, George. So we got the full eclipse. We'll see if she wants a dog biscuit.
Would you like a biscuit?
Gourmet dog? Have you been eating those things, Georges?
Sure, they're great. Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
Yes.
Take
Yes.
a look at
Be
this.
very
An eclipse
inappropriate.
of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubier's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
Fancy that. Hmm.
Take a look at this, Nico.
That's disgusting, George. Why are you carrying it around with you?
I don't know. I just can't seem to part with it.
She does not understand the fine intricacies of point and click, George, where everything you find is going to be useful at some point in time, no matter how obscure or weird.
It was that suspect archaeologist Ubier. Professor Ubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
I thought that face was familiar. Remember me, George? Dwayne Henderson.
Hi, Dwayne. Just a moment. I have a few questions to ask the professor here.
So many topics.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazak, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
Maybe you don't, but I do. Why was she known as the Little Dachshund?
It was just a silly pet name I used to call her. Somehow some damned reporter found out.
Wow. The guy has a dead wife. He goes, sorry, man, I don't really want to talk about it. And then some dude goes, yeah, but I do. It's like, okay, asshole, we're not going to talk about my dead wife. Wow, what a jerk.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
George, you ask the stupidest questions.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should, they're good. I can't get enough of these things.
Oh my god.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale.
Just letting you know that I have it.
Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness.
A Central American god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means, literally, smoking mirror. There. You see the mirror
Title
shield
drop.
on his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims. And victims they gave him by the thousand.
Human sacrifices?
Men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Yes. Hey, is this your finances?
Take a look at this, Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these withdrawals?
I left my financial affairs in the hands of my secretary.
Including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
What plot?
I have no idea.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
Do you see this label?
Yes. It refers to a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that company here, to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
Well, then why are they still around?
I have proof. that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History is my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
Does the eclipse have some special significance for you?
For me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction on a global scale. The fifth is the final age, ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
It's not like 2012, is it? Oh gosh, there's so much to talk about with Dwayne. We'll do that next time, friends, on Broken Sword. Really didn't do much, just talk to a buttload of people. And I'm sure there's going to be a buttload more talking to do. So until then, you all take care. And of course, as always, have a good one. That was my chair if you heard that. It's squeaky and makes noise. Till then, guys, see you later.